gotta be kidding me. Good thing I can use clips to go back to the VOD and change where it's clipped. I'm smart. And look at this putz.
Actually, when he showed it to me, I was like, oh my god, can I have the tin? And he's like, no, it's a giveaway. But
who's David?
He called the shop. What?
Who's David?
Oh my god, who's David? I gotta go.
But I couldn't find any that were purple that would fit my face because I have a giant head. It's true. I have like a ridiculous. It sucks. Doesn't help that I'm kind of fat.
Go ahead, have a drink. Right.
A little bottle of water.
A little bottle of water.
A little bottle of water.
I instantly regret that. Dig out the little bone around the root nerves. And because there's supposed to be a hole where the nerves go through in the... oh, God. I can't believe I just did that on camera. Oh, no big deal. Just a bomb all-star rookie. Hey, Mr. Young, this already is a really good...
Oh, we're just done with phrasing, right? That's not a thing anymore?
Ding? I got a ding? Oh, I do have a ding. Oh, that's a good ding. No. Anybody want to talk about the colon? We could have a whole conversation about the colon. Or his half-pint friend. Just like Abraham Lincoln chose in his one and only duel. And when he showed up carrying a almost 4-foot-long razor-sharp cattle saber, the person who challenged him backed down quite quickly. True story, look it up. It's real. He was challenged to one duel in his lifetime, and the person backed down at the sight of him bare-chested with a... What is this? Oh my god. This is a sketch card. Are you kidding me? One of one! Mickey and the Beanstalk! This is going to be very expensive on eBay! Hello, Mel! For a splash page and Action Comics 1050 signed and certified for Alex Ross. That was $109 for the pair. Crazy. These prices are crazy, man. Crazy. You got deals. It's crazy. Yeah, it's all good, man. I have a feeling 60% of the time it works every time. Sex Panther. It's made with real bits of panther. Stings the nostrils. It's a formidable scent. and his cousin Rory Rotator Cuff. His cousin Timmy Tommy John. We need to keep that one. Timmy Tommy John. That's I love you, Carlos. Shang-Wai Lee. Yeah, tell us how you really feel, DC. Dan Ingy. You son of a bourbon, you bastard. Bourbon, you bastard. This is a rare Sean Strickland. You son of a biscuit. I hope you stub your toe tonight before you go to bed. I hope he gets a Wander Franco. Well, he's got pack number 3. Let's see if 3's got that magic in it. Oh yeah. What's going on, Don? Money Mitch, Crystal, Wand, the toddler, and the baby? Dangle! What's up, homie? Sapuros! Doug! Yo. What's going on, everyone? Thank you. Yeah. Certs are being finished by the couple dozen. So I'm excited. It is it's not very often that I get my hands on hockey. It's even less often that I get my hands on one of my favorite hockey. One of my favorite. It might be my favorite. I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with the cup, but this bad boy right here, God, I love this stuff. I do. 90-91 tops. That's up there too. 70-79 OPG. It is not often that I get to the smell of campfire in my hands, ingrained icons. These are the non-rookie boxes. These are all vet SIGs, sticks, jock strap pieces, and whatever. Those are listen. It's 6 cards per 6 spots. Each spot is a card. 2 people are going to get base cards. Yeah, that sucks. But guess what? Everyone else is going to be getting either a numbered card, an autograph, or a relic card. And the relics in these are gangbusters. I recommended buying 2 spots. That way you don't get stuck with both of the base cards. If you do get stuck with both the base cards, I'll hook you up with something. Don bought 2. There are now 4 spots left. I highly recommend 2 people jump in, grabbing 2 spots apiece to hedge your bets, so to say, as they say. Oh, I guess so excited the lettuce is popping out of the shirt. All right. Also, a little more esoteric one, hoping for that 101 Sidney Crosby unsigned paycheck. I think we all are. These are crapshoots. We all know this. They're very inexpensive. You get 3 packs per spot. I got them because they're fun, and it's like the only way you can really get Michael Jordan's signature anymore on a current product. And then Dangle, real recognized real. So, Steel City Collectibles out of Pittsburgh. I have chatted with some peeps from Steel City over the last 5 years. I've never had an issue with anybody at Steel City. And because of that, we reached out to them to do some partnership stuff. They do some of their own repack product. It's called Gold Rush. If you see it, it's called Gold Rush. This is very inexpensive. And that's what kind of drew me to it. Every single item in here is slabbed. Some of it is slabbed for just authenticity. Some of it's actually graded. But everything in here is slabbed. And these were made specifically for the National. $55 a piece. $55 a piece. Cost to grade a slab is more than half that. So, I just thought this was a no-brainer. This is just fun. Yeah, Sapro says, reminder, grading costs more than... grading, yes, and right, it could cost more. If you are just authenticating is cheap. And the reason I say authenticating, because some of these are just authenticated. So I don't want to misrepresent anything. Yes, actual grading is very expensive, more than a spot, 100%. Because not only do you have to pay for the grading, you have to pay for the shipping and the insurance. I say it's this right here would be about $29. To get one of them just to authenticate is about $29. But grading, yes, costs more than this box. I always want to undersell it and be surprised by what comes out. Regardless, at $55 a spot, this is fun. These ones I'm only doing in lots of 5 because I thought they would be cool. Listen, if you want to buy out all of the spots because you just want to collect slabs, this is one I can get more of this. That's right. As if to accentuate my point, I can get a lot of this. As a matter of fact, I have another case here that if you didn't want to play There Will Be Blood, I would just sell you straight up ones at $55 a spot. I am not going to change the price from selling it to There Will Be Blood. It's going to be the exact same because it's only $55. But I'm excited to see what's inside here. These are cool, in my opinion. It could be Tommy John. By the way, rest in peace, Tommy John. Tommy John, whom the namesake of the surgery was done, passed away. I think it was like 80 plus years old. So one of my, I have names for players that don't succeed, like Johnny Bum Ankle and Tommy John. Rory Rotator Cuff. I feel bad for using Tommy John now, but actually to have your name synonymous with a surgery and then to have somebody make that part of their fictitious name for a player, I think that's fitting. I got one of each of the 2 breaks. I'm praying they go tonight. I may be in on hockey later in the week. So the hockey I have 2 of those. I have 2 available. One is up currently. 2 of these are up. You're in one of each of those. If you wanted to put 2 into 1, that's as easy as me clicking a button. But yeah, that's what I got going on today, and I'm excited for it. It's not every day that I get my hands on some hobby stuff, especially when I can make it inexpensive. The thought, and I have to credit Don with this thought. Don said, why don't we do There Will Be Blood with hobby boxes? Like packs and cards. And I was like, it has to be the right product. And my mind immediately floated to Ingrained, literally, because it's not going to be the cup. It would be like $200 a card for the cup. And no. Kick off the shoes. So, Ingrained was the first thing that popped up. I was like, now can I get Ingrained? Because Ingrained does tend to sell out pretty quickly. Usually you can get the last 2 years, but anything older than 2 years old, when, the prospects really start getting into the NHL and everyone's like, oh, their rookie year was 23, 24. Let's buy up all that. One of the first things they buy up is the cup. And Ingrained doesn't do rookies per se, but their first year after they've played, their items tend to be in the boxes. So you're going to find their sticks, you're going to find jerseys, you're going to find their stuff the following year after they break into the league. So, let's take who's that kid that just got that massive contract that is like lights out good. Does he play for your team, Sapporo's? I can't remember his name. I always forget his name. This is his rookie year. His cards would probably be out in last year's. Celebrini, thank you. Celebrini's, his rookie year won't have ingrained, but his first year, Macklin, thank you. His first year would be in the year after that. So that's where you're going to find the Celebrini sticks and the Celebrini autos. So ingrained moves pretty quickly due to the high hit rate and the quality of the hits. Not to mention the really cool engraved burned cards that smell like a campfire that everybody loves. Listen, full warning: if we pull a Woody card, as I like to call him, if we pull a Woody, I'm going to sniff your wood. It's just going to happen. It smells like a campfire, and I gotta say, I like it. The guy that didn't score the golden goal? Dangles. The guy that didn't score the golden goal? You talking about Jack Hughes? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm so excited about this ingrained. I'm so excited about this ingrained that if we get close to selling it out, I will buy into it. True story. That's how excited I am about ingrained. I do. I love the product. Now, I haven't opened the product in 5 years. I have to... What up, Carlos? I have to assume it's still as good as it was before because it's still not easy to get at places. It's still muy expensioso in comparison to other 6-card boxes. Canada played Celebrini way too much in the Olympics. Should have rested him for the gold game. Yeah. It's not like hockey has a lot of games per year anyway. I want to talk about Pokemon. I know I'm jumping subjects here. Does anybody know the importance of the next Pokemon release? Where are my Poke people at? I'll give you time to respond. Celebrini had the words of Eminem and win one chance. You get one chance. So Pokemon, the next release, which is in the next, depending on the product, is in the next 30 to 45 days, is the 30th anniversary celebration of Pokemon. Now, people remember it came to us in 1999, which is only 27 years ago. But you forget Pocket Monsters, Pokemon, started overseas, and that started in 96. So this is the 30-year anniversary of it as a brand, and they are doing a worldwide release, everything all at once. Nobody's getting it early. Japan did not get it early like other sets in the past, i.e. the most recent one, Pitch Black. So this is going to be a first time in 30 years that a worldwide release is happening. And 100% of the cards are foil. All of them. There are no base paper. Now, the caveat is there's only 5 cards per pack. One of those cards is going to be a land. So you're getting, or an energy, an energy. I'm thinking MTG. An energy. So you're getting a foil energy and then 4 Pokemon cards. There's only 5 cards per pack, which is half the normal 10. But all of them are going to be foil. There are 9 different products they are going to be releasing. We are actually going to be getting some. I almost never have Pokemon. Now, I know James is going to buy at least one of them. But because we are geared around collecting, I actually bought the binders. So because, I don't want to be necessarily in on we got to get these, booster boxes. We have to get these, expensive things. No. We're getting the binders. It comes with a 30-year celebration binder, and 5 packs. So a decent number of packs. It gives you 25 cards. There are only so many dot colors. So we want to, we're leaning towards the collecting angle of it and of anything. Dusty Rhodes claimed yellow already, Dangle. He did. It's actually, do you know the story behind Dusty Rhodes' WWE polka dots? Sapuros. Without Googling. Boy, I'm dropping a lot of frames today. That's weird. Oh, those are network frames. Interesting. Our internet is a little hazy. Dusty Rhodes' polka dots were a punishment and a perceived embarrassment by Vince McMahon. Yep, that's exactly what it was. Vince was not happy with Dusty. But Dusty is, yeah, he's indelible. He was indelible. Dusty was Dusty, so it didn't matter if he was going to be in polka dots, he was going to love it. Yeah. Vince is trying to come back too, trying to get back on the board. Well, we'll see about that. I still don't understand how charges haven't been filed between the Ring Boy controversy. And the other thing, how that is not there needs to be an overhaul of the legal system because, it can be 15 years before anybody sees punishment. Oh, I did something 15-year-old. Guess what? Now I'm dying and old, so I can't go to jail. Oh, he can't go to jail. He's old. Let him go. Okay, bye. What up, T-Bone? We were just talking about Pokemon and sports cards. So exciting. So we are going to have some Pokemon binders. We are not going to get ours till October. I think the product comes out in like September. Our pre-order for those don't come out until October, which is fine. Again, we're not trying to play the rush. We're trying to play the fact that this is a celebration for the 30th year, and we want to go the collection exit. As a matter of fact, if people don't want me to open them on camera and just want them to ship to you, that's fine. I just want to get the binders in your hands. The binders are fun. Branded binders are always a nice addition to your personal collection. Not every company or set has their own binders that they come out with. Pokemon is very good about doing that because it's about collecting. Gotta catch them all. So I focused heavily on the binders. We may get some of like the multi-packs or the tins just to have those in the beginning. Because it is a big deal of a set. I know James is going to want to buy a couple, so we'll probably get some so that I can just buy them and give them to James. Vince was angling towards coming back to one of the boards, not necessarily that. They're going to lose viewership. Listen, not as much as you'd think. Not as much as you'd think. Not as much as you'd think. Not as much as you think. He will never be in front of the camera again. But yeah, let me see if I can find the article. Where is it? Okay. Sports Illustrated. This is... Where is it? No, that's not the article. It's a different one.
Hold. Wait for it. Where is it? Of course, now I can't find it. Yeah, it's Autobot is weird. I don't know why it's. Okay. So he settled the lawsuit. The lawsuit was settled. That was what sparked the article. Vince McMahon WWE comeback speculation grows following the lawsuit update. It's an article by Ben Kieran, WrestlingNewsSource.com, July 21st. Now, I'm not saying this is happening. I just read this and thought it was interesting. The current leadership structure would make it very highly unlikely that he would regain any decision-making in the role, but it wouldn't shock me, though I won't expect it. Basically, that he would end up on a board. Oversight. It's a super long article. I'm not going to read all of it. But first of all, I agree. I think he's a trash panda, and actually, that's an insult to trash pandas. And that's what I thought too, Saporos. But after I read that article, because Google monitors everything you do, other articles start popping up in my stream about the speculation based on the thoughts that now that he is absolved by money, now that he paid to not have to admit fault.
What up, man? I'm a trash pan.
First step over the corn to shrimpies.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
It's showtime.
Hello, me lord. Thank you, me lord. That's a year. 12 months. That's a year. Cheers. Anyway, I don't want to see him come back. I actually want to see him have cardiac arrest and not make it. But I thought it was an interesting. I think he should come back and then Paul Levesque should just punch him in the face, and then that would be like the whole segment, and then it would be the most watched moment since the aftermath of the Montreal Screwjob, when he walked dazed out of the locker room after Bret the Hitman Hart knocked him out with a big goose egg under his eye. I think the highest rated moment in WWE would be Paul Levesque welcoming him into the show live and then punching him dead in the face. I mean, that's you want clicks, you want views. That's what you do. Paul Levesque overhand right, breaking Vince McMahon's face live on TV. No 10-second delay. I'm just spitballing here, folks. I'm curious to hear what Trevor and the rest of the baseball fans think about Mr. Mark Walters' situation. I don't know what that is. That's baseball. Hold on, let me Google it. Let me Google it on my phone. Wait, what? Oh, he owns the Dodgers. It's funny. I was just mentioning that Mark Walters, he owns a bunch of private ICE detention centers and prisons. I didn't know that before.
Yeah, so nothing is going to come of it. If he has a federal investigation, what up, Hex? If he has a federal investigation, you can just pay like $5 million and get a pardon. So it's not going to matter. He can pay to get that buried. As long as he paid his, well, no, you don't even have to pay your taxes anymore. Yeah, as long as he pays to get it, make it go away, it'll go away. That's the Justice Department now. You just got to pay. That's all. Make your capitulations and move on. All right, Carlos, will do, man. Hex, we are. I know Hex does Pokemon, or at least did Pokemon. We're gonna get a bunch of those binders in October for the upcoming 30th celebration. I'll let you know when they arrive. I think we're getting a dozen of them because I know I'm gonna want one for James. And anybody, I mean, I didn't buy a ton of them because I know people aren't gonna want more than one or two anyway, unless like these packs become expensive, and then people will buy them just because they come with 5 packs. So I only bought a dozen. I had the opportunity to buy up to 48. I was like, I don't need 48. Just give me a case is 6. Give me 2 cases. That's good enough for me. Again, because we're doing it because we actually want the binder. Technically not anything illegal until he pays up by the end of the year, which is tens of billions, hence him selling everything he's got. Yeah. Again, if he defaults on it, it won't matter because you just have to pay the right people. I mean, that's the way it is. Funny-ish story was that the daughter's holding baby Gwen. She was giving a one look. As I was rocking her, I mentioned to her that she was lucky having a grandpa with Parkinson's because I have a built-in rocker. The child gave me a look before she's done. I don't mean to laugh at Parkinson's, Chef, but when you put it that way, you do kind of have to laugh at it. That is, I get it. Hex. I don't know if you like sports cards. Look at these. So, this one, by the way, is not going to be blind. I've decided, folks, when we do this one, it is going to be open. We are going to open these for There Will Be Blood and then let the havoc happen. Lord Brownie is on a 30 stream streak. That is a month. You've watched for a month straight and you followed for a year. If I had cookies that would not be destroyed in transit, I would get you a cookie. Thank you. I don't know how Kate does it. She sends cookies and they're still fresh. I think it's the magic bread she uses that Lee likes to eat. But she manages. So we are doing There Will Be Blood this week for these 3 separate products to catch everybody up. These are just low-dough 3 packs per spot. Just trying to hit a Precious Metal Gem, a Jambalaya, or a Jordan Auto. I mean, this speaks for itself. My hockey people already know. And then these wild cards, I just want to see what's inside. It's the truth. I just want to see how well they do versus other companies. And if they're great, then we keep using them. If they're not great, then we don't buy them again. It's very simple. It's a testa. These 2 cases are tester cases. Now, I like to believe it looks like a fun There Will Be Blood. Yeah, I know. I get it. It's bad timing. I would like to believe that because these were made for the National, they want to put their best foot forward for the National, so these would be kind of stacked. I also would like to believe, since this is the first order that we've done of their own namesake product, they want to put their best foot forward. So I would like to believe the 2 cases we got are going to be pretty smoking, because we all know that pretty much everybody knows what's in each case. It's a matter of who gets what cases. And you always want to put your best foot forward. So I'm hoping that this possibly is that scenario, which is why I was very excited. I was like, I'm just going to grab 2 just in case these are awesome, because I don't want them to sell out before I can get others. Jimmy has not cut his hair. Jimmy is looking like a ragamuffin. He's got hair all he's almost looking like a beetle. He's almost looking like Ringo at home. His first day of school is Tuesday. So we will see if he folds for school. Because his hair is at a length that we still can't really style it at all. So we'll see if he goes to school and then is like, all right, I want a haircut. Which, I mean, kids can be cruel, so I'm not going to be mad at him if he decides to cut it for school. I don't care if he cuts it for school. I think he's perfect the way he is. But I'm not going to pressure him to not cut it if kids make fun of him. So he can do whatever he wants. I'll support him no matter what. Has anyone seen the new Pulse Baseball auto boxes at Costco? Ugly. And I've not seen anything pulled worth $40. I have not even heard of them, and I go to Costco weekly. Let's see. Oh. Well, they do not have licensing for any sport, it looks like. So that is going to be a major strike in the collecting industry. The design of the card isn't bad. I mean, some of them are. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking. You can't see. The foil border kind of ruins it. Otherwise, it's not bad. If they would have just done a basic border, it would be okay. That's pretty average. Like, I don't mind the, rising sun design. I don't know. I don't think everything needs to be foil. I know we're just talking about the 30th anniversary Pokemon being all foil, but that's their anniversary, so, I mean, that's different. You know what they remind me of? Hit. Do you remember Hit? Hit, and there was another company that I don't remember the name of. No, not Hit Parade. Let me find. They don't make them anymore. It was the name of the company was Hit. Here we go. Sage. And it was Sage Hit. That's what it was called. Sage. It reminds me of the Sage cards. That's what it reminds me of. When See Hit, H-I-T. Yeah. That's what the design reminds me of. Yep, yep, they do. Hit was one of the subsets that Sage did. That's why it was called Sage Hit. But it reminds me of the old hit cards. That's going to be a no for me, dog. Whew. That one went down the wrong pipe and gave me goosebumps. Look at that. That's what happens when you breathe scotch in. Straight to the lungs. All the hairs stand up on end. If I had hairs on my head, it'd stand straight up. All right, so it is Wednesday. We haven't seen each other in 4 days. We talked about Tommy John passing away. I showed you that I have certed another 24 books. Next week, Wednesday, get ready for Whatnot, for better or for worse. It's happening. We will have a gaggle of comics, possibly some other things. During this week, I will start loading product into the site to get ready for scheduling the live. They do it in such an odd way. You have to schedule a show, and then you have to load up the items for the scheduled show, and then you can execute them during that show. Or you can just straight up put things up for auction or for buy it now. I was looking at it yesterday. It looks like a royal pain in the butt. There's a reason everybody will. Thanks, man. There's a reason people will just put this auction is for the item on the screen, and then they just number them from there. Yeah, it is. It looks like a hassle. I'm very excited to have to do it. It looks like a lot of fun. So that'll be Wednesday. Usual time. We'll see how it works. Bought a gaggle of Geminis for it, because I realized I only have about 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 Geminis left. And I plan on putting like 30 books up or so. Right? 32 books.
What's up?
It's not until the bright lights shine that I realize I can't see.
Yeah.
Every time. So, did you decide what was for dinner?
Probably got Panda or wherever Michael tells me to go.
Ooh, okay.
Let him celebrate first day of school. Hello, everybody. How's it all going? So you're explaining Whatnot?
Yeah, and you know, the Whatnot.
Yeah. Did you open anything?
Not yet. Any spots?
Yes,
in
me
any
lord.
of the breaks.
Hello.
Yeah, here's where we are. Don has 2 of the 6 in Ingrained. Dangle has 1 of the 5 in There Will Be Blood 2 National. And Dangle has 1 of the 5 in There Will Be Blood 1 in the National. You want me to move one of your 2s into the 1 so that we're 2 and 2?
What are the breaks?
So one of them is 5 boxes of this.
Yeah.
And we are going to open it, so you're going to see what it is first.
Yeah.
And then the other one is, we're also going to have to open this one too, so there's going to be nothing blind today. This is one card each. And this is this is one of my favorite hockey products ever. I love it. It was literally the first thing I bought. It was literally when he said, "Hey, get a couple, try the hobbies out."
Yeah.
That was the first one.
I like it. All right, I gotta get out of here.
All right, dude.
Hey, brother.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll talk soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, you guys have a good night. Have fun. Break some stuff. Make DC happy.
Like I said, don't be surprised if I jump in on one of these too if we get close, just to make it happen. 'Cause I'm eager beaver. All right, we'll see. If it Money Mitch says bye. He says bye. If it does sell out fast, like if people jump on those last 3 spots for the National, then I'll split you up again. Excuse me. What up, Kate? Anyway. It's going good. We explained next week is Whatnot. Showed off the couple of boxes that we have for funsies for There Will Be Bloods. Talked about Vince McMahon, talked about the owner of the Dodgers, and talked about Pokemon. There Will Be Blood is live. We have 2 of 5 sold in one and 2 of 6 sold in the other. Got back from the skate shop. What type of skates? Skateboard? Roller skate? Ice skate? The type of snake? Oh, okay. Actually, I don't think the skate is a snake. I think it's an amphibious lizard. I'd have to look. It's been a while since I looked up skates. Maybe that was the legless lizard was a skate. Do an event in September. Want to have a painted deck? Nice. I think the skate is a legless lizard, technically. It's a fish. How was I that far off? What am I thinking? What is a legless lizard called? Hello, Mel. Hello, Jimmy. What are they called? I guess I'm just stupid. Slow worm? That ain't it. Okay. So a skate is a type of animal related to stingrays and sharks. So I was way off. I was way off. Way off. Hmm. we go. We learned something today, folks. We learned something today. And a skate egg is called a mermaid's purse because it looks like a purse a mermaid would wear. There we go. That's what we learned today. Is Prue here tonight? I don't think I've seen Prue. You clipped me asking about Prue? That's weird. Boring, darling Shallotalians. Some skate knowledge for social? Okay, there you go. It's like he taught him something. Okay, so I gotta go over my list again. Whatnot? Tommy John. Vince. Cards. Pokemon. Just had my first draft over the weekend. First overall, oh man. Was it Superflex? Oh, first of all, was it redraft or is it Dynasty? And was it Superflex or single quarterback? Frank Beard died? I didn't know Frank Beard died. So 2 out of the 3 are gone now. Yesterday. Redraft 1 QB. All right, who was your first overall pick, and why was it a running back for the Lions? 77. Ain't that something? It was good. That's it. Yeah, because that's the number 1 pick in the redraft. You're trying to make a dynasty trade as you speak. Yeah, I've been a bad commissioner. I haven't done the year opening video yet. It's a thing. I know. Everything's open and working. Everything's up to date. I just haven't done the welcome video, which not necessary, but I like to do them. So Dangle, I'm gonna argue not this upcoming season. They've literally said they plan on making Gibbs the bell cow. They plan on feeding him the ball. Like they are going to rely heavily on the run so that it opens up the receivers down the field. They've literally said, we are going to tell you what we're going to do this year, and Gibbs is going to be our bell cow. So I believe he's telling the truth. I think that's what he's going to do. Bijan is unfortunately the Falcons defense is not only just above average, but they're losing quite a few of their players, some of them for suspensions, some of them for injuries. And if the Falcons fall behind early, it's going to be a lot of passing, and it's not going to be passing to Bijan. So for Bijan to have the bigger impact, they have to be winning, or it's got to be a close game. I expect with the talent that is on the Lions, I expect them to be running the ball late because they have at least 4 points up on their opponent. Very high scoring offense. The running backs tend to feast in high scoring offenses. Just look at Cook. I mean, the Buffalo Bills had one of the highest scoring offenses in the last 2 years, and Cook has shined in the last 2 years because of it. Sticking with Bijan, Gibbs won't stay healthy for the whole season. We'll see. We will see. I mean, it's speculative. That's why we play the game. Otherwise, I mean, my name would be on the trophy. If somebody offered me straight up, if they were like, I will give you Gibbs for Bijan straight up, it's a snap yes for me. It would be. Heads up, I would take Gibbs. And that's what Hex did. And I agree with that. If he stays healthy, forget about it. He's gonna have 300 points. I have him and Amon-Ra St. Brown on my team, so I'm feeling pretty decent. You had to log in not to break your streak. And I like how you highlighted that. I like how you use the highlighted message to say that. Hopefully you can get 20 plus points in the first half. Otherwise, they're benching you in Detroit. We'll see. I feel good about my team. I feel really good about trading away Christian McCaffrey. I feel very good now. A lot of people called into question me moving McCaffrey in the preseason. And now I feel very confident in that trade. So Hex, you got your running back, and you had a long time before you got to pick back to back again. Who did you end up getting for your quarterback? Not being super flex, potentially you could have landed still a solid quarterback. QB way late, went with Brock Purdy. He'll be fine. You'll get points out of him. Dejon Stribling is possibly turning out to be way better than people thought. I think Stribling, not only his production in the preseason, listen to what the coaches are saying about his attitude and listen to what the other players are saying about his attitude. Kittle, who doesn't mince words, said flat out, and Kittle is a close to retired vet. Kittle, I mean, there's an argument he is a Hall of Fame tight end. He's not a first ballot elite, but there's worse tight ends in the Hall than Kittle. Kittle's problem is his injuries. Kittle was healthy his entire career. I think he's a definite shoo-in. But there could be an argument for Kittle going to the Hall. But let's put that aside. That's not the argument here. Kittle said he was impressed by the attitude and the hard work of Stribling. He pointed him out without being asked. saying that he's open to criticism. He's open to getting better. He wants to get better. He will do exactly what you tell him to do, even if he doesn't want to do it. If you say, change this about your route, he's going to try what you told him and implement it. I am not a 49ers fan. I do own Stribling in, I think, one of my leagues. And I have just been impressed with how many people are talking about Stribling. For somebody who had, yes, he has the ability to be great. However, the best ability is availability. Stribling is, I think he just has a hammy. Wasn't it just a hammy? Yeah, minor hammy. They were keeping him out just in precaution because hammies for speedsters are not something you mess with. Yeah, it's just a hammy. It's not anything serious. They were keeping him out of precaution. I don't know what his college injury career was. Let me look. It's the other guy. All right. Hand injury. That's it. He only had in 2023, he had a hand injury. Other than that, he's been available. The wide receiver that's always might as well bench him anytime he plays the West. It's the other guy, the other wide receiver from San Francisco that's always injured. I can't remember his name. What is his name? Pearsall. Yes, Pearsall is done. He blew his PCL. And then the year before, he was shot in the shoulder. Pearsall is the one that's never available. Stribling doesn't have those issues. He's a speedster. He has a hammy. So when a speedster has a hammy, you don't mess with that. Yeah, no, all of them, something's up with the turf or grass in San Francisco. Everybody's injured. And that's another reason Stribling could be valuable. He might be the only healthy guy left on the field. Yeah, Pearsall's the guy that can't. Whether he's getting shot or blowing out a knee. Bozo internet fans told me it's because of the power substation near where they practice. Say what? Really? Is that a thing? Hold on a second. I'm gonna Google this now. Hold on, wait. Are San Francisco 49ers getting injured due to the power station near the practice field? AI says, no, the San Francisco 49ers are not getting injured due to a nearby power station. The viral social media theory claiming that electromagnetic fields from the adjacent electrical substation weaken player tissues and cause soft tissue or ligament injuries has been thoroughly debunked by independent scientific investigations and medical experts. An independent study by the 49ers said the facility measures electromagnetic exposure levels and it is minimal in comparison to other places. Safe levels were 400 times below safety thresholds and a giant nothing burger. There you go. AI is dumb. I know, but AI is at least summating, so I don't have to read that article. Oh, excuse me. AI just regurgitates information it allegedly stole from somewhere else. Yeah, it scans the articles for things for what you asked, and then types the first 3 sentences. I have to say this. I hate AI, and AI. The reason I use it is when you Google something, it offers an AI summary, and sometimes I don't want to know specifics. I just want to know a general overview on something. And here's what I have to say about AI. It analyzes that information. Yeah, leave the answer alone. Leave AI alone. It is impressive how fast, though, it can, summarize something. So if I just need a general idea, like, hey, what do people think of the new Spider-Man movie? It'll be like, yeah, it's effing awesome. I'll be like, oh, thanks, AI. AI says it's effing awesome. Cool, thank you. I don't know about you, but my AI swears all the time. I think it might be sites I send it to. What up, Ice Wolf? It's good at translating medical info into English and telling you to talk to a doctor or not to talk. Oh, Ice Wolf, man. How you feeling, buddy? How you recovering, man? Are the pills still good? My cheeks hurt so bad right now. People trying to figure out why the 49ers suck. I've given it text and been like, explain this to me, I'm an idiot. It's good for translating legal jargon. Getting better, had to take a pill a bit ago. Neck is sore, throat itches. Yeah, I've had an itchy throat before. I understand that. My neck, it's... What up, Rebel Art? Yeah, AI is dumb AF, right? There you go. Bad for art. It's okay for summarizing. My neck, it sounds like snap, crackle, and pop live in my neck. Anytime I move, it is snap, crackle, pop permanent. It'll be that way for the rest of my life. Until I decide to do that surgery, which may or may not work. I can always hear snap, crackle, and pop. DC, that's right. I should say, do you want to sponsor me? Everywhere I go is snap, crackle, and pop. Yep. I prefer my art done by humans. But I do like my articles summated by a machine. If I don't need to read it, I'm not going to read it. If it's something I need to know, I will read the article. I don't take their summations as truth. For me, I've already seen a big difference. Not back to full strength by any means, but way better than the day before surgery. Good, man. That's all that matters, dude. I really hope that it works out for you. I hope that it relieves the issues, man, and I hope you're able to continue robbing the Louvre and other large establishments of their precious items and selling them for 50 cents on the dollar on the black market. I want that for you. Right? Yeah, the frescoes, the reliefs or whatever they were. Just hoping I don't need any more during my lifetime, but pretty sure I'll need a lumbar at some point. Just possibly more in the neck. The neck is less likely than the lumbar. There's less. You have less weight sitting on your neck. Usually it's one and done on the neck and I've had numerous people get fusion in the neck. My optometrist has. The lumbar is every 7 to 10 years you're getting one more added to it because it just sits. But at least you only have an 8-pound head, so your neck can usually sustain that weight. Yeah. Sapphoros, the movie with Sean Connery and Catherine Zeta-Jones. There's a scene in that movie where she cuts a painting out of a frame and then drops it in a tube and mails it to herself. Did you know that is based off of a real robbery? That really happened. Mm-hmm. And they used the museum's own mailing chute to mail it to themselves. Now, they were caught, and the police were able to be there when the painting arrived at the person's house and arrested him when they took possession of the tube. These ones weren't caught. Yes, it's happened more than once. Let me find the one. Where is it? No, it's talking about people mailing them back. There's one where that's how they got it out of the building. They mailed it to themselves, and that's what that movie was based on. Oh, I can be able to find it now. All right, where is it? Is this it? No. I can't find it. I know I read it somewhere. I could be wrong. Again, information that I learned 20 years ago via various ways may not 100% be correct and have been debunked with the advent of the internet. All right, let's just assume I'm wrong. I have learned something over the last 5 years that I just need to assume that I'm wrong all the time, and then I have a better chance of being correct in the fact that I'm correct that I'm wrong. Ow. Doesn't look like it, Dangle. I know a lot about nothing and nothing about a lot. That's about accurate. That's about accurate. There we go. Looks like I'm completely wrong. Apparently, it's a completely original screenplay. All right, Dangle. Yeah, apparently it's 100% original screenplay. I was certain that way back, because this is from 99, like in the early 2000s after it came out, I could have sworn I was read somewhere that it was based on a series of different thefts. Okay, I'm wrong. Oy. They feel the same. I was just curious. Just curious. There was, what was it? It was baseball. There was a baseball set. It was one of the higher end ones. Actually, it was one that, was it definitive? It's the higher end one that has the white box. It was super expensive. Those ones you could tell, you could lift up the hobby box, and some of them weighed a ton, while others were super light. The super light ones had a bunch of autos, and the super heavy ones had like cleats or baseball bat ends, the knobs. Those ones, you could lift up the box and be like, oh, this is auto heavy, or oh, this has a cleat in it. Those cleat cards were, like, no exaggeration, this thick for one card. And just because they added one of those, they didn't lower the number of cards in the box. So the boxes, I'd get them and they'd be like this thick, where an average one would be that thick, and it'd be held together by tape. Those were pretty easy to tell, oh, I know what's going to be in this box. But obviously you can't say that. Saw a post the other day where someone got a question on eBay that was like, can you weigh this box and let me know the weight in grams, or just send me a picture of the scale readout? That would be preferred. Thank you. Oh, all the time, especially for Pokemon. That is a big thing in Pokemon, weighing the boxes, because the foil weighs more than the paper does. So you can tell if it has the extra foil hit in it or not. You will see a lot of things advertised as unweighed. Listen, if you have to advertise unweighed, then they're probably weighed. All good, Dangle. I think what's going to need to happen is we're going to have to open up a couple of these. I'll have to tell Doug, hey, just open up 2 boxes. Show people what's inside. If you said it's not weighed, it's definitely weighed. They need to do decoys. Yeah. And sports cards used to do that, but then people complained about it because the decoy, the card, the piece of cardboard they would put in there wouldn't be cut the exact same size as the card, and it would cause bending of the cards. I weighed Lilia's PWHL boxes just to mess with her. Upper Deck still does it. They do, and a lot of Upper Deck cards have issues. How many spots remaining? We have 3 left in the National, and we have 4 left in hockey. I'm expecting 2 Timmy Tommy Johns, 2 Johnny Bum Ankles, and a star. I mean, we bought, this is a case. This is a case, that's a case of 10. That's a row 5, that's a row 5. I just literally picked them up. They're stacked 5 and 5. I put 1 there, 1 there. You just watched a case of the stuff of the National. What'd you think? Is it awful? I mean, it's $55, so you can't expect more than 1 or 2 good hits inside of a case. I honestly haven't even looked at a case opening of this yet. This all happened within the course of a week. First half was dog water. Second half had some good stuff in it. See, that's what you can expect. And that's what you'd figure. You'd figure out of those 10 boxes, 2 to 4 of them are going to be good. Roenick signed rookie, Shaq auto. Yeah, see, for $55, I'd be happy with either of those. But then you're going to get like Tyler Herro. It's like, oh, great. Tyler Herro, thanks. You were good once. See, it sucks if it's $100. The key is the low price point. They have jerseys for $100 or 125, something like that. Yes, the water bowl that dogs drink out of, because they slobber. Dogs don't have suction. They have to lap up. They basically bring the water into their mouth and then snap their mouth closed to drink it. If you've ever seen a dog drink under slow motion. So because of that, there's a lot of food particles and drool in dog water. So you call it Dookie dog water. You don't follow foosball or basketball? Yeah, this is multi-sport, which gives it a level of intrigue. Supposedly, all sports are represented. They do jerseys. And the nice thing about Gold Rush is they have a full checklist of who the signers are. A guy opened a whole case in 4 minutes and I watched it at 2x. They actually say it's 100 player signing list and they list every single player possible in the listing, which most companies don't do. That was one of the reasons I felt good about getting some of their product. That's transparency. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you also have to realize in order to make a profit, you need to add some bums in there. Oh, they sent me a little goodie bag, too. Ooh, Ravishing Rick Rude. A nice little safety box cutter. It's got a little locking mechanism on the side so that it stays open, so that a kid cannot accidentally grab this and open it. I thought that was actually pretty smart. They sent a hat, a shirt, a bag, a deck of cards. It's nice of them. Oh, dude, Rick Rude was awesome. He was actually a very good wrestler. He wasn't just a face. He could actually wrestle. Cubone. Secret rare. The whole era where he had his opponent's wife painted on his tights was hilarious. It was a good gimmick. I think he was one of the first to kind of play into that, and then Val Venus took it to a next level. Val Venus is just straight up, I banged your wife. That was their next logical step. Oh, I have your wife on my tights. Val Venus is like, yeah, I banged your wife. My gimmick is I come to your house and I bang your wife. That's canon. If wrestling lore is canon, if the stuff that they make up in kayfabe is canon, I want to know how many people's wives Val Venus banged that are still in the WWE or WCW. Like, remember that time Val Venus banged you? Canonically, however it's pronounced. All right. I think that's it for today. I think we try again tomorrow. It's about 7:30, 10:30 Eastern.
Good evening.
Let's see what everyone's doing. I don't know who this person is and why I'm following them. He just plays video games. We can go to Kaiser. Yeah. Nothing. We still have 3 spots remaining in one, 2 spots in another, and I was going to raid Follow the Kaiser because nobody seems interested in breaks on Wednesday. Which is fine. We could try again tomorrow. So you just missed us talking. Talking about wrestling. Talking about ravishing Rick Rude. Talking about Val Venus. No, There Will Be Blood. The one in the National is 6 spot. The one Ingrained is 6 spot. The one for the National is 5 spot. It would actually not be possible to play it with only 3. I mean, didn't that one guy say he gave Val Venus a choppy to his pee-pee? So there was a storyline with Val Venus. Val Venus was an adult film star. unspoken adult film star in his kayfabe. There was a storyline where allegedly one of the girls got pregnant, and they were trying to say it was Val Venus. And Val Venus came out and said it can't be Val Venus because he got the snip, and so it couldn't be him. That's the only thing I remember is that storyline. I was leaving wrestling right around that era when Mark Henry was doing the, stuff, and that I was like, I'm that's when I stepped away from wrestling. Glad that Stephanie Vacour is back. Sad that mommy is out. Yeah, she's going to get that injury label pretty soon. Oh, he was threatening it. Okay. Clip it. I'll watch the clip later. It's not one I'm going to post on here. Yeah, I know. She's and here's my theory, and I will get in. Again, I am not the day-to-day follower that y'all are. I am a casual. I don't even watch the shows. I read the articles and I watch highlights. What I see from the highlights, and if I'm wrong, correct me. And I am going to do a very ignorant summation here. If I'm wrong, let me know. All right, Carlos, see you, buddy. BK's like, you're wrong. It's very possible. The women don't get the reps the men do. You stated that up here. Up here. Which is part of it. And the expectation is that they have the same technicality as the guys who have more time and more practice. I'm not saying they're not capable of doing it. We have been proven a million times that they are. But what I'm saying is when you had the era where Trish Stratus and Victoria and, the core group of 5 or 6 girls back then, ladies back then, women back then, champions, almost every single night had a match. They often are more technical matches. They have more technicality, more high-risk maneuvers than the men's matches. And I feel like, and this is speculative, and this is just from me watching 40 years of wrestling, all the way back to the Fabulous Moolah, that historically speaking, women have always had to try to do more high-risk maneuvers in a shorter period of time. They don't get the 15-minute matches that the guys get. And they have to pack all of these high-risk maneuvers that have a lot of flash, that allows the hair to flip to, add to the motion of the scene. And they have to do these more higher risk, higher technicality moves in a shorter period of time than the men do. The men seem to be able to rest. They get that, the big hit where they and they rest. Where the women seem to have to kick out of everything and keep going. And if you have these athletes that are not getting the same amount of time, having to do these high risk, high technical moves in a shorter condensed period, you are going to get more injuries. Women's matches are rushed, it seems, like maybe in the ear telling them to hurry. Exactly. It's not, they're not getting the screen time. They're not getting the length of match. And I think that is contributing to a part, because I feel like they're trying to overproduce them, I guess is the word. Based on this commentary, I can tell you haven't been watching as much. No, I haven't. I really haven't. So many people don't sell much or of anything at all. Yeah, see, that's some, like video games brought to life. Got it. I'm the first to say that mine was very speculative, just based on watching it for 36 years, but not a lot of it being the last 6. I was completely ignorant to wrestling most of the time that I was in the service, so in the early 2000s. But from like 84 to 97, I was a diehard fan. The Cody Rhodes storyline and understanding the meaning that storyline had to wrestling is what kind of brought me back into the attention of it, because I understand that legacy win. Haven't watched since I was a wee lad in the early 90s. Women's matches can be good depending on who it is. Most of them are too timid and sloppy matches. So I had a conversation with Victoria when I was at the con with her a couple years ago. And I told her that, I was like, I'm sorry, I wasn't really around for your era. I was in the military, didn't watch a lot of wrestling on the ship. And she said, I was like, what do I have to watch? She goes, you need to watch the me and Trish. In like the first 10 minutes, Trish breaks my nose in a botch, and I had a concussion, and I don't remember the match. She talked about in the early 2000s that it was sloppy. I'm not watching the full films. I'm watching highlights. I'm seeing less botches back then. Victoria would wrestle circles around at 90 to 95% of the women today. I can't dignify that with a response because I don't know. I will let Crystal respond to that. Victoria, there's no reason she shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. The only reason Victoria's not in the Hall of Fame I went back and I watched her career. I did end up realizing I did know who she was, but I just didn't follow women at that time. There's no reason that she shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. It's got to be political. Now, I know last year she signed a Legends contract, which usually indicates she'll be there soon. But seeing her contributions, she may have not contributed as much as Trish Stratus, arguably. But she was the needed heel to Trish Stratus until Trish did her own heel turn. No one cares that you can play 1,000 notes and shred out. Can you write a song? Yeah. Again, I'm not going to jump on that train because I don't watch enough current wrestling. Maybe I will tune in to have a more informed view. In all honesty, I didn't watch many of her matches, or maybe even the time frame shoot. And yeah, 2000 to like 2004, 5. It seems to be a general consensus is that was really one of the lows. It was post-Attitude Era. They were trying to regain that. And that it didn't really catch. The early 2000s are, from what I gather, is widely considered not the best time. It's not about the moves. It's what you do between the moves. Can I use AI? But now Victoria used to be a bodybuilder. She was a professional bodybuilder. And she was approached to wrestle because of her physique. I mean, she was an attractive woman. Can't deny that. She was approached because she was muscular and attractive. She didn't have she was not a big girl, but she was muscularly large for a woman then at that time. So she was a heck of an athlete. Casual fan since 12, when I met Juan, and then around 2017. Yeah. You got really into it then. Old talent guy used to allegedly look through lingerie mags and stuff to find women to wrestle for him. Isn't that the story behind the girl that dated Stacy Keibler? Wasn't Stacy Keibler like a page 6 model? Attitude Era growing up. Yep. I think Stacy Keibler was Stacy Keibler did solo adult erotica, I believe, before she was in the WWE. And they scrubbed a lot of her stuff. Still keep Hex would know. Hex has got it. I'm being texted. I have to go soon. Yeah, we were just talking about the Hex. I don't know if you were listening a couple minutes ago. We're talking about how the women seem to be getting injured more, and I said I think it's because they're forced to do more technical stuff in a smaller amount of time, and they're not getting in the reps that everyone else is. And then we got into a tangent about the early 2000s. But yeah, I believe if Trish is in the Hall of Fame, I believe you have to put Victoria in the Hall of Fame too. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Yeah, we were talking about Mommy's injury too. And we have what's her name back with the horns? I don't know names. Listen, folks, half of you I don't know your real names. I have to look at the list when I mail to you because, like, oh yeah, that's their real name. It's nothing personal. I just don't have a memory. My doctor says my ADHD is why I have no short-term memory because my brain just goes, yeah, it's just not going to remember that. Thanks. I remember watching Mid-South Universal Wrestling Federation at midnight, Channel 39, and is now the CW in Houston. Mattress Mac did his commercials. Oh, I remember. Stephanie Vicker, thank you. Mattress Mac is the best. If you want to get free furniture, just wait until the Super Bowl, and you have a 50-50 chance of getting free furniture. Montgomery Flea Market? No. Nikki Bella came back. Brie is out. I'll watch that after the stream. No, that was Sapporo sending me a video. That song is gonna get stuck in your head. You're sorry. It's all right, Oz, or not sorry. I'll watch it after the stream so it doesn't affect anybody else. Find out tomorrow. That's all right. After we saw Project Hail Mary, we had that song stuck in our head. And then he ended up singing it on SNL.
My man. My man. My man. My man. My man. Good for you. My man.
All right, my man. Take care, buddy. All right, we're gonna drop off to Kaiser. Am I excited for the Bluey movie? Listen, absolutely. What am I trepidatious about? I want to know how long it's going to take for my eyes to adjust to 3D instead of 2D. That is my only concern. I'm super stoked for the movie. I'm just concerned it's going to take me like 10, 15 minutes for my eyes to adjust to 3D rendering. Might rent out a theater for the kids and the family and their kids. Oh, keep us posted on that if that's the case. Keep us in the loop on that one. Absolutely. Keep us in the loop on that one. I wonder what the storyline is going to be. Is it going to be picking up from one of the long episodes where they were selling the house? Didn't they end up keeping the house? I thought that was like the whole thing is like, I can't do it. Yeah, they kept, okay, so that's what I thought. Good night, Chef. It's years old, Sapporos. Yeah, you know what? I could tell you the plot of every single episode, and every single episode would still be one of the best episodes ever. There is an episode that makes me cry almost every single time I watch it, and I've watched it 5 times. So Bluey is still... I wish I could be the father Bandit is. I wish I had the patience and will to just be like, yes, and then do whatever Jimmy wants. And it is a battle because I want to be a good dad, but I will never be as good a dad as Bandit is to his girls. And it is like, I love it because it's like, oh man, wouldn't that be the dream to just be able to be like, yeah, let's do this. I'm definitely not better. Oh, and listen, there's no father on planet Earth that is better than Bandit, because Bandit is written to be the greatest father ever. I apologize to Lilia for being a lousy father compared to Bandit. See? Don is an amazing human being and one of the best people character-wise that I know. Like, there is very few people in the world that are as high character as Don. And Don had to apologize to his daughter, who is one of the sweetest people you will ever meet, and for not being Bandit. That's how perfect Bandit is. Comparison is the thief of joy, right? I know James thinks I'm great, but I'm not going to be Bandit. I wish I could be Bandit. I will, James will ask me sometimes to do something and I would be like, what would Bandit do? WWBD. What would Bandit do? And sometimes I'm like, you know what? I can do that. And then I go do it. And other times I'm like, I'm just not Bandit. I do my best. I do. I still do my best. Like I did my best. I'm still doing my best. But, I mean, we don't need to talk about that on stream. What I'm trying to get at is Bandit is like the best dad ever put on film. He's even better than the dad from, everything. Silver Spoons, Family Matters. Better than Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Although, I like when Uncle Phil would threaten to beat people up. Is he better than Danny Tanner? He is. Bandit is better than Danny Tanner. Absolutely. Absolutely. He doesn't let weird, creepy uncles live in the house with his daughters, except for the one episode when they were getting a divorce. Not Bandit and Chili, his Bandit or Chili's sisters and her husband. Again, doesn't matter if I spoil it. It's still a great episode. It'd be better than the Dad in Growing Pains. Yeah, he's the best dad. Like there's no better written, articulated father than Bandit. Bandit Healer. All right, folks, let's get out of here. Because if we're going to talk about Bluey, I'll be here till 3 a.m. Eastern. And we can't have that because my family needs to eat. Homer is written pretty well. Homer once bought Marge a bowling ball for Christmas that had his name engraved on it. Bandit wouldn't do that. All right, folks, let's continue this tomorrow. I love each and every one of you. Take care of yourselves and each other. You know, maybe, just maybe, we'll open something tomorrow. And then we'll be like, oh man, we should have opened this yesterday. Only time will tell. We're going to see Kaiser. Kaiser is doodling. I see pencil out. I don't see any inking, but I do see pencil. I love you all. Take care. Be safe. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, folks.